Hi, and welcome back. Today we are going to go through my planner stack for 2025. And at first I saw all these planner stack videos and I'm using this planner for this and this planner for that. And I was like, I only use one planner. And then I realized, no, actually I don't. I use more than one. I just don't think about it that way. So we are going to go through this stack of planners or notebooks or whatever you want to call them and just look and see what I use. So the first thing we're going to start in is my fitness planner. Now I bought a set of 3 of these Hobonichi memo pads that are designed for the weeks. And I got them intentionally because they were very, very thin. And that's what I wanted. Now I ordered these on Amazon and they were supposed to ship and I was worried I wasn't going to get them. So I went ahead and ordered them on JetPens. And then of course, the day after that order shipped, these shipped. So now I have a whole other set. So I think I'm going to do a giveaway. I may give a couple of these away. So leave a comment below as to which color you like better, the red, the brown, or the blue. And I may send a couple of these out to people. But anyway, we're going to move these out of the way and start here. This is my health and fitness planner. Now, this has been a challenge for me in the past. I've tried buying planners for health and fitness and then I fall off the wagon and then I feel guilty because I wasted money on a planner. So this thing is ridiculously thin. It's going to fit inside my Hobonichi Cousin, which is ideal. And that way I can easily keep up with it. So we're going to just go on into this. Now, this is simple. I did put a little sticker that I had on the front page. I did also learn, you can see here, there's some bleed through. Fountain pens do not work on this paper in these memo pads for the weeks by Hobonichi. The fountain pen bled right through it. So I have just been using an inner gel for it instead. So I started with January. I kept it really simple. I used a little washi tape and I used this January sticker just because it came as a freebie. And I don't know if they translates on camera, but there are very light dots that have numbers on them here. And it's because sometimes the kits I get for weeklies come with the little date dots to date the 7 dates. And I always feel guilty just using 7. So I save them for a full calendar. So I have several sheets of these and I'm just using them here. But what I'm doing is I'm going through here 1 week at a time and planning out what I plan to do that week. Now, my workouts, I do 3 main workouts a week, 2 with weights and 1 that's more cardio, like power walking or cycling or a combination. And then the other days I just do movement. So you can see we're on this week right here. I did weights on Monday. I went to the gym on Tuesday because we were just checking it out to see if my roommate thought she could go. And she's got major back problems, multiple surgeries, and she did think she was going to be able to do it. So they have a buy one, get one membership at our local community center, which is a huge gym. So we went ahead and did that. I did a power walk yesterday. Today's plan was ballet. We're also going to the gym. I may do both. We'll see. And I'll tell you about ballet in a minute. Weights tomorrow, yoga Saturday, and then ballet again on Sunday. Now, if you've been around this channel before, you know that I have long COVID and that has made me a spoonie. So I wanted to have a backup plan in place for days where my body just won't let me do that. So backups, I've got gentle stretching or just a short core workout. So like 5-minute core, if I can even do it. Gentle stretching is fine, but I'm going to have some sort of intentional movement every day this month. Then over here, I just did the days of the month. They all fit on 4 pages. So I wrote in what I did that day. So yoga with Adrian for neck and shoulders, 30-minute walk outside, my heart rate, the temperature, ballet for beginners on YouTube. And if you see this doodle, I don't know if you can see that. Let's pull you in a little bit. This doodle of this chubby, awkward looking ballerina, well, that is perfect for what I looked like when I was doing this ballet dance. And it's just this, I found this YouTube channel that has ballet for beginners on it. I think it's called Lazy Dancer or something. I'll try to link it in the description, but I had so much fun. I was ridiculous. It was terrible and I had a blast. I did it in my office at night, and the window in my office stays open all the time because I like the natural light. It's good for filming. It's right in front of my desk where my computer is. And I was telling my roommate, the neighbors who live behind us, they don't need cable. They just need binoculars and they can watch me do ballet, and it's all the entertainment they would need. But it's fun. And that's my intention, is just to have fun with movement. So this month I'm doing ballet. Who knows what I'll do next month? I did some strength training, more yoga with Adrian. I did a train well strength training here, and I'm getting rid of train well. So I literally wrote down every single thing I did on those strength trainings. I walked on the indoor track at the gym, and then I did another power walk. And then this brings us to today. And then I have down a check-in at the bottom on the 1st of the month, my weight, my waist measurement, my arm, and my thigh. And then I'll do it again on the 31st. And kind of evaluate how I felt about the month in that little box. I'll do a happy face, a weird face, I don't know. But also, I'm just jotting in my steps here because I'm trying to get more steps. And I did get more than 997 steps that day, but I got a manicure that morning and I took my watch off for it. And well, I never put it back on. So I got 997 steps before 9:30 a.m. So we'll see from there. But anyway, this is my health and fitness journal. I looked, there is enough in this tiny notebook for me to get 6 months. So that is how I am using this. Now, this one is my monthly weekly journal. And let's see, I'll show you. Oh, it's upside down. Is it upside down? Okay, this is right side up. I set it up backwards and upside down. Of course I did. That's okay. Sometimes you gotta be inventive. So my backwards and upside down, monthly, weekly. So I was talking with my business coach, and one of the issues I have is just not getting everything done because I forget what all I need to do, or I don't prioritize it. So what I did, I made a list of weekly tasks that I need to get done every week. And I made a list of tasks that I need to get done this month. And what I do now is, like, when I'm setting up my plan for the week or even for the day, I go, okay, I have a 2-hour block to work on this part of my business. I can open this planner and pick things from here so that I can make sure it's all getting done. And then I just made a little section down here for review. This is super simple. I did put a couple of washi stickers on here, but you don't even need them. This is a Tombow and a Zebra Sarasa pen. No, actually, this is not. This is a Zebra Sarasa brush marker and a Zebra Sarasa pen. Or I'll get it right in a minute. Anyway, this is cheap. Like, the pen and the marker together, $5. And the planners, the stack of 3 of these, it was like $11. So super easy. Do you need fancy paper like this? No, you don't. I'm a paper snob. I'll admit it. I just like the bougie notebooks now. So this is my weekly, monthly, and there's plenty in here for like a whole year. And it's tiny, so I can just slip it inside my Hobonichi Cousin and just pull it out while I'm working. All right. This was just the blank notebook of the extra one. Now, this is an idea that I got from Helen over at the Coffee Monsters Co. I got a Hobonichi Techo, the A6 size, from last year because I got it for $15. And I'm using these as a recipe book. Now, I've barely started in this, but it lets me play with my fountain pens, and that makes me happy. Now, how I'm going to use this, and this was an April start, I think, but like I said, that didn't matter to me. What mattered was that I love the paper in here. I love the Techo in general. I can use my fountain pens in it. So I went with this. I am going to do spice mixes here. So like we do our own taco seasoning, our own fajita seasoning, our own shawarma seasoning, and I'm just going to write the spice mixes up here and what we put in them. Then, once we get over into the monthlies, This one starts in March. No, not March, April. So, if I can turn these pages, April is going to be condiments and sauces. So on the page for April 1st, I wrote out the recipe for whipped tofu. This is going to be soups and stews. And on the page for May 1st, I wrote out the recipe for black bean and sweet potato soup. So I'm just using this as a fun way to use my fountain pens. So April, condiments and sauces. Here's the whipped tofu recipe. It's from Rainbow Plant Life. You can add doodles if you want. I may do it, I may not. But for right now, I'm just getting some recipes in. Soups and stews for the month of May. Here is the recipe for sweet potato and black bean stew. And I don't have a source because I don't even remember where that came from. But I just do the ingredients and the instructions. So that is how I am using this planner for this year, next year, the following year, etc. But like I said, I just went and found last year's. I got it on sale for $15. So that made me happy. There's plenty of recipe space in this book. Okay, next is my journal. And journaling is something I really wanted to focus on this year. So I got a Midori B6 Slim notebook for it. And I put a couple of Coffee Monster stickers, and I thought this sticker, Manifesting Radness, was perfect for my journal. This was one of the Dutch Brothers stickers. They have sticker days where if you buy a coffee, you get a free sticker. And this was one of their stickers in January. So this is just 2025. And what I've done here is I printed out journaling prompts, very small, and I tape them together, and then I go to do my journaling in this notebook and realize after cutting this with my paper cutter, focusing on making it just absolutely perfect, it starts on the 14th because the 1st is here. I totally put that page in backwards, but you know what? It's fine. It's working for me, and I kind of like this because the washi tape is gonna make like a little divider so I know where the months are. But I've got the prompts here, and then I'm answering them here. And I'm having fun with this. The way I've gotten myself to journal is I use a different color ink every day. And for Christmas, I got this glass pen. And this is my journaling pen. So it's a dip pen. It's just something about it just makes me happy when I dip it into the ink and then write. So I'm using my glass pen in there. And so far, I have journaled every single day this month. So January 8th was yesterday, and I've got more pages. So hopefully this will help me keep my journaling practice up. Okay, up next is my bullet journal. This is not new. I've been using this. This is my catch-all. I literally do everything in here. So I have notes from a training. This is how I used to do my month at a glance, and it wasn't serving me anymore. Let's zoom you back out. This is a bigger page. There we go. This isn't serving me anymore because it's got business and home and personal, and I just need something that has my business, and that's why I went in with that little Hobonichi planner. But I've done some of those in there. There's my 2023 calendar. That's how long I've been using this. More notes, brain dumps. It's literally, I did journaling on the daily readings during Advent. So there's that in there. I have stuff about plants. So basically, I still have a huge chunk of this at the end. This is my catch-all book. You might call it a commonplace book, but I don't keep an index. It's just a place for me to write stuff down. I started with an index, but it didn't go very well. So this started in 2023, and there's like a really good chance it'll take me through 2025. And this is just a Leuchtturm 1917. Now, my Clever Fox budget planner. I am a paper budget girl, guys. I I know that there are tons of wonderful budgets out there that will do things in Notion. There's budget apps, but something about actually physically writing the expenditure in makes it more real to me and helps me try to stay on a budget. So this is just, I'll show you an empty page here. This is undated. So if you fall off the wagon, it's not a big deal. You put the month and the year, this month's goals, your checklist, your income, your savings. You've got a calendar here to mark bills, and then you've got a monthly budget. And then as you turn the page, you have your expense tracker. You got a couple of pages of that. And then you have a monthly budget review, which I'll be honest, I've been terrible at this. I'm going to try really hard to stick to this in 2025. And then a notes page. At the beginning of the planner, you have your financial goals, your strategies and tactics. You can see I definitely use that page. And then I love this, important dates. So you can write in annual expenses or quarterly expenses so that you can go in and know. So I know in January, all I have is my quarterly tax payment. But in February, my web hosting renews and we have pest control. My QuickBooks renews in March, and I just got an email from them that that's getting more expensive. But all of this is written in here, so when I go to plan my budget, I can flip back and see what's coming out, because I'm the world's worst at remembering those annual expenses. Then it goes right into the budget, and then at the back of the book, I don't use all of this, but I use some of it. So there's a savings tracker, a few of those. There's a debt tracker, so you can see I paid off my student loan. I do still owe my mortgage. I'm terrible at updating it. I updated it June 1st, 2024. More debt trackers, a holiday budget, holiday gifts, holiday spending. I use this a lot, the regular bill tracker. So I have our electric, our water, and our gas bill amounts written in for the last 3 years. And when I get the new one next year, I will just keep 3 years in at a time. And that kind of helps me see the trend so that I can estimate about what we're going to spend when I'm scheduling the budget. If I'm looking at 2024, I can also look back and see kind of the percentage of how much it increased, and that will also help me calculate it. So that's really helpful for me. There's a yearly summary that you can put in here. There's a check register. I don't use checks anymore. There's a thing for your account information. I never write down my account web passwords, but you know. And then just a few notes pages at the end. But I like it. It helps me track because I have income from multiple sources. I have income from the university I teach at. I have income from my roommate. It's not really income, but I pay all the bills and my roommate writes me a check for her part every month. My lessons income, Amazon affiliate sales, my Teachable, there's tons of sources. So I do the budget, and then I know that I usually use about 3 pages for expenses. And then I just use this to track my private lesson income so I can keep up with who owes what, where it's coming from, etc. So that is my Clever Fox budget book. And I will put a link to all of these that I can find on Amazon in the description below. Okay, you all know my Hobonichi Cousin. I'm loving this year. I do all my plan with me's out of this. I am having fun. I've got pages sticking together apparently, but I am really using this like a commonplace index like we talked about in a previous video if you saw that. I've got the monthlies going in here, and I am just kind of roughly flipping through. We're gonna do a January flip through video at the end of the month. And then, you know, I'm just using the daily pages the same way I always have. So there is my Hobonichi Cousin. Not going to detail on that because I have tons of videos on this one. And then finally, I got this new notebook. I have not used it yet. This is a Midori dot grid notebook. I got it from Jet Pens, and this is another slim one. It was $3, guys. $3. I was like, I have to try it for $3. I love the Midori MD paper. It's kind of got this gray hue, which I'm kind of into. It's very different. So I'm not sure how I'm going to use this. I know that my mastermind group is reading You Are a Badass at Making Money together, and I will be doing some journaling over that. I don't know if I will use this to journal in it or if I will use one of those Hobonichi notebooks to journal in it. We will decide that later. But I just wanted to show you guys this notebook. I think it is so cute. I love that the pages are like, it's almost a pale gray, the leaning lavender to match the book. It's not white. To give you some comparison, let's see. Here's the cream in the Hobonichi. So you can really see how dark it is there. And then Clever Fox is like ghostly white pages. So it looks more gray against that. So it's like this lavendery gray color, but I love it. The paper feels amazing. I have not done a pen test in this yet, so we're just going to do that together here. I am going to get my inkiest, juiciest fountain pen. Something about this TWSBI with this black Pilot Iroshizuku ink is super inky. So there's no feathering at all. It writes like a dream. And there's no bleed through. There's barely any ghosting. So yeah, this is going to be an amazing find for $3. I may buy a few of these. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know what planners you're using, how you're doing them, and remember, I'm going to give away a couple of these little notebooks. So let me know in the comments what you prefer. Do you like the brown, the red, or the green? I am going to open this only to US, just because I'm not sure about the shipping overseas right now. But let me know which one you like, and I'll pick one or two of you to send these out to. And until next time, peace out.